here. So, as you know, I've been doing some Facebook Live videos this week. In fact, I'm going to be doing them every single day leading up to the Content Marketing Academy Live, CMA Live. And today's a day I want to talk about not just content marketing, but how content marketing works with everything else, right? One of the things that we obviously understand is that when we run a membership called Content Marketing Academy, our business called CMA, but I mean, it's content marketing is in the name of our business, but content marketing doesn't work really all that well on its own. In fact, it works really well when it's combined with 3 or 4 other things. So we talk about this a lot in CMA. One of the things I did last year was I wrote an essay about this, about learning, developing and building a learning organization. And a learning organization really isn't just about content. Content marketing and the philosophy and the understanding of content marketing is at the core of what it is that we do. But if you add in other things like the things I'm going to talk about, it becomes content marketing can do so much more with those other things, right? So the softer skill elements that we talk about there are things like leadership and communication and self-confidence and self-esteem and being happy and confident about yourself, right? Those are the softer elements of that, right? So content marketing, publishing content, videos, blogs, creating websites, pricing packages, making money, making a profit, promoting your services yourself, all of that stuff works really, really well when you are self-confident, you have self-esteem, and all the rest of it, right? But this more tangible elements I want to talk about here are the sort of 4 elements I think that work really, really well together. And I just want to talk about branding, right, and why that's important. So you'll notice here the lights shining on it here. You can see it there. You can see our new brand here as well in the back of the mic. This all happened today, right? The printer came in and he's popped stickers on behind here where I present, which is like almost at the perfect height. Could have probably been up a little bit, but I can just adjust this actually to make it a bit different, a bit better in terms of the layout. But it's all there, right? So I want to have our brand prominent in everything that I do from now on. Like, so we've got notebooks, we've got badge stickers, we've got pin badges, we've got a massive banner. We're going to be talking to Call today about pop-up banners and all that kind of good stuff that we want to promote our brand. So what's the story here, right? So there's a bit of a backstory here. But before I move on, I think the 4 elements that I think work really, really well together when it comes to content marketing, right? So the first thing is that content on its own is great, right? If you understand content marketing, what will happen is as soon as you start to study it and understand it and practice it, you'll start to see your business in a completely different way. Everything elevates because of it. So content marketing kind of brings the tide up, I would say, in terms of elevating your own understanding, elevating your own ideas and vision about what you want in your business, but it also just brings everything up, right? So you start to think differently about your business as you become more confident. And what starts to happen is you start to think more seriously about things like branding, and you start to think more seriously about product and service that you offer. Like, for example, we went from being an agency consultancy to a membership business. And then you start to think about things like customer service experience and customer service delivery, right? So I'm missing out a few big things there, but generally speaking, I'm not missing out a few big things there. They're the big things, and there's lots of little things within each one of those things. Branding, the product and service that you offer, the value you deliver to the marketplace, how you make your money, and customer service experience and content marketing. Those 4 together work really, really well. And they add value to each one of them as well. So if you've got a great product or service but no marketing, then no one's ever really going to find out about it. But if you've got a great product and service and content marketing, brilliant. And if you've got great delivery and service experience, then that's amazing. But if your branding sucks, then you're not going to feel like you want to get behind it as much as you do when you've got an amazing brand. So just a little backstory on this, and maybe you feel the same as I do as well, is that our business is not quite 4 years old yet. The business was established as a company called Learning Everyday Limited. It's a limited company. We changed the name about 2 years in. But I was looking back, it's funny, on the back of like one of our older Macs that we've got in the office here, there's 4 stickers, four essentially 4 logos that we've had, but there's actually been 5. There's been 5 logos over the course of our business, and it's not even 4 years old yet. It just shows you how quickly we've changed. We've been really flexible in the way that we've approached the business. We've tried out a few things, see what works and what doesn't, and we've tried to embrace a different brand every time. And it's funny because I was listening to some hip hop on the way down in the car today. We're just building playlists for the conference, and one of the people that came up was Big Sean, right? Or there's like, I was just thinking about rap artists and how they've changed their names and brands over the years as well. And you can do that with your business. You don't have to feel stuck inside a name or a color or a brand. You can change your brand. Essentially what I'm trying to say is that we've had 4 or 5 logos over the years, but we've never had a brand, right? We've never had a brand. So I think there's a difference between branding, and a logo. And honestly, the difference in feeling going from, is like, I put a time-lapse video on this Facebook page today, actually, that sort of shows the printer taking off the old logo and putting the new one on. And there's the metaphor in there is like, this is a new chapter. It's a completely different feeling about the brand. So it's like, the problem for us was that we were, over the years, building our business, trying different things, seeing what works, what doesn't, what we enjoy, what we don't like, right, about our business. And then over time, that just starts to take shape. We build the conference out. That becomes a hit. People love it. We then build another brand, or try to build another brand around that. Everything kind of comes together into one place. And all of a sudden, I'm different. I've changed over the years. I'm a completely different person. The business is a completely different business. There's lots of change happening, right? We changed with it. And now we got to the point where we're like, right, what we've got isn't working anymore. We need something that builds the foundation of the business going forward, right? There's no doubt in my mind that the business will change going forward, but this feels much more solid than anywhere we've been in the past. So, maybe you feel like that as well with your brand. You've maybe been in business for 3, 4, 5 years, 20 years, 30 years, and it's time to elevate everything, time to bring everything up, get it done properly, bring in the pros, right, to get it done really well, not just a logo, but a brand, right, and have someone look after that for you. So in the last few weeks, we spent thousands of pounds building the brand out, because we know that by doing that, it will help us to grow, and it will be the next big step for us is to grow and move forward with our brand. We couldn't do it with the brand we had before. Now it's time to move forward. We're building the foundation in a better way. So it's like kind of like demolishing the house and then building it back up again. That's what it kind of feels like. What I did was I invested our time, months of discussions. I think even the discussions about a new brand took place maybe 6 months ago, and it's kind of like come together since then. And Col Gray and Ross Coverdale are the 2 guys that are kind of in the background working on this for me. So they're taking on my requests, splitting up the jobs, working as a team, collaborating, and giving me advice on what to do and what not to do with the brand, which is amazing. So bringing in people that know what they're doing can help and advise you. We're talking about spending a few £1,000s on your business. It's not a huge amount of money when you look at that, even just across a 6-month period or a year. But if you look at something like this as an investment across 10 years, right? So that's what I'm looking at. Could this brand be something that we could get behind for 10 years, not just 2 or 1? So you start to think differently about how you're investing your money and your time into these things. So if you are in a position where you feel like your brand just isn't something that's actually helping your business to grow, is perhaps even feels like it's holding you back. It's amazing what happens. The change for me, for example, personally, is that this feels like it's lit a fire under everything, right? I've got to feel like I've got something that I could wear on a t-shirt, that I can promote, that I feel like I want to shout about, right? And it gets you excited about everything, right? Everything just became more exciting because of it. So it's lit a fire under everything that we do. Like I said, we've got all this collateral now. We're building it out. It's going to make our conference and our live events scream. They're just going to be so much better than what it was previously, and they were good before. And it's just going to help everything to move forward. So to bring it back to you, that's what I want to ask you as well, is where are you with this stuff? Where are you with your brand? Maybe you're maybe not even doing content marketing. Maybe you're not involved in anything to do with content marketing. Maybe you are. Maybe you have a good product or service, and maybe you do deliver that in a great way through like a good customer experience, customer service delivery. But maybe your brand is the thing that's holding you back. Maybe that is the thing that isn't helping you to move forward. It's worth thinking about, especially if you have been in business for 3, 4, 5 years or longer, and you've not really changed or adapted that brand to what it is you do now, because you will have changed, your business will have changed. Maybe even your audience or your ideal customers have changed as well. And maybe it's time to, like I said, bring in the pros, get like some serious professional advice on what you should be doing with your brand. And I would like to recommend Colgray and Ross Coverdale as two people, my go-to people. It should be your go-to people as well for anything to do with this graphic design, brand marketing, and they'll be your brand masters, your brand advocates, the guys that will tell you what to do and what not to do. So just worth thinking about that. I mean, I feel like CMA, this has really brought together my own values, my own, what I like and dislike about brand. It represents who I am, who we are as a business, I think, as well. And it gives off a completely different perception of what the business is all about. As soon as I put, I mean, it's a simple thing, but as soon as I put the logo on the website, just changed, right? The tone, the shade of the blue, just elevated everything. So it feels good. It feels good. And if you don't feel good about your brand, go do something about it. Go change it. Have a great week. Enjoy the rest of the Tuesday. I hope it's sunny where you are. It's sunny where I am. I've got my chubbies on. I've got my flip-flops on. It's a beautiful day. Don't forget to be awesome.